guys, what's up? Welcome back. My name is Tess. Today's video will be a full face of using Mcgrath products because she's currently having her Black Friday sale and the sales are actually quite nice. It does give you discount up to 35% off. Thought I should follow the trend, do a full face of glam using Mcgrath products. So if you guys are interested in this look and today's video, please don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and share with your friends. I would really appreciate that. Let's go ahead and jump right in. I'm gonna start by priming my face with Pat's primer. This one retails for $45. It's a gift of purchase. I remember one time I was buying something else and this is just a free gift. When I first got it, I do enjoy it. It says it is like a water-based primer, but I really didn't feel like it was like that watery. It kind of feels like a little silicone-y. It is $45 and it's kind of unnecessary in my opinion. I have been loving the Thursday primer for my dry skin. It is very moisturizing. This one, it feels nice on the skin. It's very lightweight, feels really nice on the skin, but it definitely has a little bit of that silicone feel, if that makes sense. It does feel like there is a little bit of a silicone in it. It's okay, it's nice, it's just not worth the $45. So yeah, let's move on to the base. Okay, so I returned the foundation because it's just not really my cup of tea. I do have a review up on my channel. I'm going to link you guys to it. I'm going to go into my trusty Holy Grail concealer. Sometimes when I really want a full glam, I use these as foundation and it is sublime. So I'm going to go in with L5 as my actual shade, L3 as a concealer. I'm gonna go into my Winglass 02 to kind of buff it into the skin. I don't know, for some reason the foundation is just really not agreeing with my skin, which is unfortunate. I know some people really love it. A lot of makeup artists do use it on their clients. I don't know, for some reason it's not agreeing with my skin. And for the price, $68, I just didn't feel like it was like blowing my mind, wowing me, like the best thing on the planet Earth. It just didn't give me that effect, which is a little disappointing. But to each of their own. Some people love it. I didn't love it that much, so it just didn't make sense for me to keep it and not really like appreciate foundation. Currently experiencing some dryness on the face, and I do feel like that primer is not really helping, so my nose is looking a little crazy today for sure. Okay, I'm gonna go in with my corrector. This is the Merit Skin Complexion Sticks. I'm gonna use the shade Silk to kind of conceal the dark circles. This is what I do these days, and I'm gonna like lightly tap it out before I go into my actual concealer. And I'm gonna do a little bit on the side of the nose as well, and gonna lightly press it in. I'm gonna go into the shade L3 to kind of lightly conceal as well. I'm gonna do here. I'm just gonna do the Rare Beauty concealer brush. Okay, my skin is really acting a little weird. There's some dry patches. I don't know, today is just not the day for a full glam. Especially using that sunscreen, it's just not great under makeup. So I'm going to kind of spray a little bit of a glow mist to kind of rehydrate the skin a little bit. The primer didn't really provide me much hydration, So yeah, for that reason, it's just really not worth it. A little bit of light powder. I don't have Pat's loose powder, but I do have both of Pat's under eye blurring powder. This is the shade light, and I have the shade yellow. I like them both, but I would say I use yellow a little more often. I'll just do a little bit, kind of lightly press. I really don't feel like my skin is needing any type of a powder right now. I'm just like, my skin is like looking a little odd today. The powder is not super duper mattifying, but it just provides you with a little bit of coverage. I'm using a Wingos 04. I'm just gonna set a little bit around the nose. Yeah, my skin says no more powder today. Truly. This is the face with some powder. It kind of gives you a little bit of that velvet finish. It's not super duper mattifying. If you're looking for extremely mattifying powder, this is not the powder for you. This is for my dry girls out there who just want to lightly set a little bit. And this does knock off a little bit of the shine, give you a little bit of the smoothing effect, and that's about it. These powders are $30 a pop for 4 grams of product. You don't really get a whole lot of products in here, but it is Mcgrath. The price point is definitely up there, and don't feel like you have to run out and get it. I really feel like for 35% off, 30% off, it is worth checking out. But if you already have your holy grail powders, I don't feel like you necessarily have to run out and get it. Okay, I think for today's look, I do want to create another look with this palette or this quad. This is probably my favorite Luxe quad from Mcgrath. I only do like one look with this palette, and I have not reached for this. Very guilty of it, but it is a beautiful quad if you're looking for one. This palette do have some similarity, I feel like, with Venus Infra Quad, because I do feel like there's some overlays with the two color stories. So let me swatch them really quick. This is the color story with the quad, and I'm going to see if I can match whatever that's similar in the Celestial Odyssey palette. So these are the shades from Celestial Odyssey. These two are from Celestial Odyssey. These two are from Celestial Odyssey. So just in case if you are very intrigued by the Venus Infra Quad, I do feel like if you do have the Celestial Odyssey, I don't feel like you necessarily have to have the quad. Okay guys, it is actually the next day. Let's create a look together. I don't know, for some reason I kind of feel like I struggle a little bit with this color story, because I just kind of feel like the looks that I kind of want to create, for some reason it's not really translating, so I just want to put that out there. If you do struggle with this palette, same here. Okay, so I'm going to this deeper pink right here. Let's do maybe a pink look. Let's do a pink look with a pop of color. I've done some neutral smoky eye, and I have not done like a pink look yet. Okay, just to deepen the outer V a little, let's go into this shade. I'm just gonna deepen the outer V ever so slightly. If you're not into like bigger palettes, I think you'll really enjoy this. Palette is very, very pretty. I really enjoy the all the colors together, and this brown. Bring a little bit of the brown on the inner as well. I'm going back to the first brush and kind of just like want to soften the edges. Next, let's go into this really gorgeous shade. I just want this to really pop. Right here, a little bit of a rose gold as well. I'm gonna pack that on the outer V here. These two are a little close, just different texture. This one is definitely more glittery. You guys can see it, right? Okay, now I do feel I want to deepen the outer corner a little bit. I want to go into the darkest brown in the palette. Just a little bit. I do want to kind of deepen things ever so slightly. Just add a little bit more depth. Okay, take in some cotton pads, or if you have your towel or whatever. I'm just cleaning up the fallout. And Ariel 811, I'm just going to kind of continue buffing this crease out because I want this to be kind of soft. And then we go back into a little bit of the powder. I kind of dust it off on my hand and then use the levelover to kind of buff. That's a good trick because when it comes to her mattes, it's like a lot of pigment straight away. Sometimes it can stick to the places that you don't want. So a good trick is like you can kind of, you know, do this first and then you go in to blend or deepen. Okay, for the lower lash line, I will continue to go back to the darkest brown shade just to kind of slightly deepen the outer lower lash. Whew, the pigment is not playing in this palette for sure. Okay, now I want to go back to the brown here to kind of smoke out the lower lash a little. But I don't want to do too much because, wow, you can see that dark brown is pigmented. I'm going to do the brown here. Kind of just lightly soften this edge. Kind of ever so slightly. And pull a little bit out. I do want to go back to this pink. Kind of soften the edge further. I do want to add a little bit of the pink to this area here. I'm just cleaning things up a little bit. Now I want to go into some glitter primer. And I'm going to kind of prime this area here. And now I want to dip back into the blue right here to kind of give it a little bit of a pop. This, I kind of do feel like this is the best way to add that pop of color. This is always a good way to kind of add that pop of something in the corner. Chocolatey brown to kind of deepen this part up. And I'm going back to brown in here, in this part. In this palette, we're going to kind of try to go over and hug it. Now I'm going back to this shade right here. Just on a detail brush on the inner corner. And bring it up ever so slightly. I just spray my brush. I do want to intensify this, picking up some color. And I am placing that just to make it a little even more foil looking. Like that is absolutely stunning. Wow. I'm going to go into this shade and I'm going to kind of tug it right here. Just so, you know, there is a little bit of a depth in here. Final. I'm going to this shade right here. Kind of just further brighten up everything and also the brow bone. Okay, you guys, I'm back with lashes, and for the eyeliner, I do have Pat's eyeliner. This is in the shade Black Coffee. Lately, I have been reaching for other eyeliners more than Pat's. So when you order it, it comes with a little sharpener. It's the same set as her lip liner, which is very convenient. I do like the eyeliner, but I gotta say it's not something that I feel like you have to run out and get. It is $28. It's quite pricey. It does work. It's quite nice. I do like it, but I didn't feel like you have to spend $28 since there are a lot of good coffee liners in the drugstore. I think for today's look, I do want to open my eyes a little bit. I'm just gonna go into ColourPop's Cream Gel Pencil in the shade Coquette. It's this like purple pink metallic. I had her Dark Star mascara, the gold tube, and I just didn't get to appreciate it because I didn't really care for it that much. So yeah, I don't really have that to share with you guys. On top of that, you know, like I just feel like the wand is way too big for my eyes. I couldn't even like enjoy it. It was just like too big for me to handle. Anyways, let's move on to the blushes. Let's go into Desert Orchid to kind of warm up the face for a little bit. She doesn't come out with a bronzer, so we're just going to improvise. We're going to use this one as a little bit of a bronzing moment. Look at how pigmented that is. Anything with Mcgrath, go in lightly first because she's not playing with the pigment. Again, like her blushes are very long wearing. It kind of gives you a little bit of that soft focus, like velvety type of finish. Now this shade can definitely be a little bit of a bronzer if you do want it to be one. If you have the right skin tone, this can like act like a bronzer too. I'm gonna put a little bit on the side of my hairline. Sides of my nose. For the cheeks area, I want to go into the shade New Venus. I really like this shade too. This is like a really pretty pinky nude. It's just very flattering. I'm using a Wingoss 03. There is a little bit of a satin sheen in it. Very pretty. You guys see a little bit of that satin glow. So if you do want to, you can get the trio, and it comes with the highlighter. I haven't really tried out her highlighter formula because I do feel like she has a lot of the champagne shades in her palette, and if you really want to, you can just use that. I'm gonna put a little bit just on top of the nose tip. Just to brighten this area a little bit, I'm going back to under eye blurring powder. I'm just gonna do some blurring on the sides of the nose area. Okay, now for her lip liner, it is a damn good formula. I have no complaints. Yes, it is pricey, but the colors are beautiful, very long wearing. I do have 3 different shades. I think I swatched it in one of the videos. I might find it and link it to you guys. Okay, this is Done Undone, which is a light pinky nude. This is the shade Supernatural, and this is the shade Buff. I'm going in today with the shade Supernatural. Now I do have quite a bit of her lip products. When the lip products went on sale is the time to get it. This is her clear lip balm that I do love. I went through like 3 tubes of it. I'm just gonna apply a little bit. It is nice and moisturizing, but it's not $30 worth, so I always wait for a sale. I got these around like $10. I do feel like for $10, totally worth it. The packaging is so luxe. Yeah, for $10, you definitely have to get the lip balm, okay? The lipstick, I do have a video on it. I do feel like it is a little drying for my liking. They're very matte, extremely opaque. It does stain though. The shade Flash 3 does stain my lips, so just be cautious. If you do want to sample it out, she does have like some minis. Maybe you guys can go from there first just to see if it's the formula you personally like. I think they're alright. Not my favorite. And then I do have her glosses. The glosses are absolutely stunning. Very glittery. It's gel-like texture. Has a little bit of a stick to it. And it's very micro glitter punch. So you'll be eating glitter for days if you do like her glosses, it is very pretty. The formula is nice. I do enjoy it. We're all wearing like masks these days, so I don't know if that's necessarily the best thing to purchase around these times, but it is a really good formula. They're really gorgeous. It's really up to you guys if you guys want to try her glosses. I think you'll really enjoy it. As far as her liquid lipstick goes, for 30 bucks, I definitely think it is overpriced. So I think today I want to go to the shade Nude Cabaret. I do have a review up on my channel, but you guys can see how dirty and gunky this packaging kind of gets for me. And I do feel like for $30, this kind of feels a little cheap. It's like a little plastic tube. And I really don't use it enough for this to be this gunky and dirty. It's a little gross looking if you ask me. I really do hope that she changed the packaging to the glosses. You know, the glosses doesn't do that, and there's a stopper in there, you know. And the doe foot is really, really nice, plush, and there's just no stopper in this. So maybe there is a stopper, I don't know. It just doesn't feel like it is well protected, so you end up waste a lot of the product in here. So it's just not my favorite thing from Mcgrath. Scrape things out. It does dry down to like a really matte finish. Now the color is nice, but I just really do feel like she really cheap out on this packaging. I really just hate the packaging, especially for $30. It's just kind of not worth it in my opinion. So this is probably the least favorite lip product of Mcgrath for me. Okay you guys, this is the finished full face using Mcgrath products. Again, I really love how everything turned out. And my skin is acting a little better today. I mean, yesterday my skin was atrocious. Today still, my nose is definitely acting up. I really, really love how this look turned out. You guys gotta let me know if you guys like them as well. Please, 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 I can't stress it enough. Do pay your bills first. Makeup is more of a want versus need. You don't really need any of these products. But if you are interested, you know, your budget allows you, do shop responsibly. For me personally, I do feel like the eyeshadows are something to definitely take a look. The concealers are really, really nice if you are interested. The third one, I would say the lip liners are really, really nice. And for the extra bonus, if you really want to get something else, I do feel like the powder in the shade yellow. I really hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. If you do, please don't forget to subscribe. If you have not subscribed, follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.